In this demonstration, we are going to create a new job in Dynamics 365 for Talent. So in the left-hand navigation pane, we're going to go to Organization Administration, and then under Jobs, we are going to click Jobs. Keep in mind that you must create jobs before you create positions because it must be attached to a job. So we are going to create a new job. So we'll click New in the action pane. And then once the information opens, we can enter information about the job we want to create. So let's say that we have some new human resources interns. So we want to create a job for that. HR interns will be our description. We're going to list this as a full-time equivalent of 1, and then we're going to create a maximum number of positions. And the max that we will create for this is 4. And then we can enter a quick description here. This job is for human resources interns hired in 2018. Then we can enter some other information here. So in the job classification, we can click the function dropdown and we can select a function. So let's say that this is an administrative support worker. That's what we're listing this as. And then we can also list a job type. So we'll click that, and we are going to list this as hourly. And then we can enter compensation as well if we would like to. Keep in mind that while you should fill in as much information as possible to make this job description as descriptive as possible, you can skip most of these fields. So next we have the skills section where we can add skills from the system. So if we click add, we can click the skills dropdown, and we can possibly pick something that will work for this as well. So we are going to enter plan meetings in this field. And we are going to indicate the level that we need the proficiency at. So we're going to set this as a level of 4, and we'll leave the importance as none for now. Then we can enter certificates and tests and education. So let's expand certificates and click add. And then for certificate type, we can click the drop down here. And let's say that we want them to have a specific, let's say that we want them to have a certificate for user-centered design. We can select that. In the test section, we can enter the types of tests that we want them to take. So if we click add, we can then select a test type. And we have 3 options here. We have the 3 that are set up in the system. We can add more if we like. We have physical ability, situational judgment, and work sample simulation. So I'm going to select situational judgment. And then in the education, let's say that we need them to have at least a high school education. So I'm going to click the drop down here. And we'll select high school education. So then we're going to click screenings, and we'll indicate that they need to take a drug test before employment. So we'll click the drop down here. Pre-employment drug screening is the option that we'll choose, and then we'll scroll down into job tasks. And we have many tasks in the system that we could create, but we'll leave this blank for now. And then we also have areas of responsibility, which is the last section. And again, we will have many options in the system that we could add. And now that we've created the basis of this job and we can list this as 4 maximum positions, we can click Save in the action pane, and then we can close the form.